I managed a bridal boutique for 6 years. The woman who tried to scam us ended up wearing one of our dresses to her wedding anyway. Working in a bridal boutique teaches you two things quickly. Weddings make people temporarily insane, and wedding dresses are magnets for scams and drama. After 6 years managing Bella's Bridal in Chicago, I'd seen everything from mothers sabotaging appointments to bridesmaids deliberately damaging dresses out of jealousy. But Jessica's scam was different by Hyde, more elaborate, and ultimately more satisfying when it backfired spectacularly. She first visited our boutique on a quiet Tuesday, claiming to be newly engaged and looking for a dress in the $5,000 range. This immediately caught my attention. My serious buyers typically book weekend appointments weeks in advance, not walk in midweek still. I assigned her our best consultant. Maria Jessica tried on 7 dresses, each more expensive than the last, before falling in absolute love with the $6,800 Marchesa hand-beaded delicate's air and absolutely stunning on her. She cried. Her mother, who joined by FaceTime, cried. Even Maria teared up. Then came the classic move. Jessica explained she needed to sleep on it but would be back tomorrow with her credit card. She asked if we could hold the dress overnight. We agreed, taking her information and a makeup her in the dress for our bride wall, though something we do with customers who are serious about a gown. The next day, Jessica didn't show. Not unusual by his cold feet about spending that much money, happens all the time. But 3 days later, we received an email from her with photos of the same dress she had tried on now, with a massive red wine stain down the front. She claimed she had returned to purchase it. Another consultant had let her take it home that day, against all our policies. Then now she wanted a replacement or full refund. Here's where her plan fell apart. The dress in her photos wasn't ours. It was a decent replica, probably purchased online, but it lacked the handmade beading pattern unique to authentic Marchesa gowns. Plus, our security system confirmed no one had entered the store during the time she claimed to have returned. When I called to explain we had proof she was lying, Jessica escalated dramatically as threatening lawsuits, Better Business Bureau complaints, and ruining us on social media. She created multiple fake accounts to leave 1-star reviews claiming we had sold her a damaged dress. I remained professional but firm, explaining that our inventory system showed the exact dress she tried on was still in our possession. 2, our security footage showed she never returned to the store and the dress in her photos was demonstrably not the designer original she had tried on. Jessica's response was to show up at the boutique with a man she introduced as my lawyer, who suspiciously never produced a business card and seemed uncomfortable with basic legal terminology. They demanded to see the dress immediately. That's when I had the pleasure of bringing out the actual Marchesa from our inventory, as in perfect condition, security tags still attached to ombrers, and placing it next to a printout of her stained dress photo. The differences were obvious even to her fake lawyer, who suddenly needed to take a call outside and never returned. Jessica stormed out, threatening to tell everyone in Chicago about our scam boutique. I thought that was the end of it until 6 months later, when one of our consultants frantically called me into the viewing room. There on her phone was an iteration post from a mutual friend who had attended the wedding over the weekend. In the photos was Jessica radiant, glowing, and wearing our exact Marchesa gown. Through mutual connection, we pieced together what happened. After failing to scam us, Jessica had begun visiting bridal shops throughout Belarus with the same routine. Try on expensive dresses, take detailed photos, and leave. She was using the photos to commission Chinese replicas for a fraction of the price. But apparently the replicas were disasters, a wrong fabric, poor construction, nothing like the originals. 2 weeks before her wedding. Desperate and out of time, Jessica returned to our boutique wearing a wig and using her sister's name and credit card. She purchased the same Marchesa she had tried to scam us for, paying full price plus a rush fee. The ultimate karma. She paid nearly $2,000 more than the original price, as the dress had been part of a trunk show during her first visit with a 25% discount that was no longer available. I still have the security footage of her leaving our store the second time.